Hi, I'm Lisa Lavender, Chief Operating Officer of the Restoration Technical Institute with a tip for your success. During Commercial Drawing Specialist, IICRC's CDS course, we learned the art of using desiccant drawing in a commercial setting, taught by industry leader Chuck Butal. Drawing hardwood floors using the following techniques not only reduces the severity of the loss, but also minimizes business interruption by allowing the client to continue to use the floor.
Or any suspended floor. Underneath it, you've got the sleepers underneath here, and they're running, of course, perpendicular to the laid floor. So this is an example of a sleeper laid or ventilating type floor. Now you need to make sure that even though it's sleeper laid, you're actually going to be able to draft air into this section and basically pull it out from here to draft the air. So you don't need a pressure blower or anything like that. Like I said before, if the area is super wet, always feel free to put a mat system on top of it like over there in order to dry down the top of the floor. But remember, you always have to draft to dry what? The concrete or the subfloor underneath the flooring system. This is one of the easiest ways to check it. Now, as far as it goes, so what I use is incense. So vanilla, cherry, lemon, your typical benign smells of incense, nobody usually has much issues with. You can light them up and then basically you're drafting it in there, and what you're looking for over here on the exit of the HEPA filter is the smell. So you can always smell the incense. The beauty part about using the HEPA, and about the 500s of what I like, they make them in Phoenix has got them, the Abatement Technology's got them, everybody's got them in this size. They're plastic rotomolded, they're pretty nice machines. The beauty part is they're about the right CFM for about every 15 or so feet of a gym floor. And the beauty thing about it too is, since there'll be kids playing in the gym and all of that, any contamination might have been under the floor, dead roaches or anything else like that's going on, we'll have it particulately filtered. Now, of course, there is no carbon filter in here. If you put a carbon filter in there, you need to remove it if you're going to do the smell test, because if you're going to do the smell test, the carbon's going to take the smell out of the air on you. So always remember that, because some people have that. So the first step is quite simple. 2 people are always required, but somebody else grab a roll of tape and that razor knife there. You're going to basically have it out the whole length of the gymnasium floor. And then the first thing we're going to do is pull it over the top here and set it up to where we kind of know where we want to height. And we want to be able to pull out the base where we wind up on about a 45-degree angle. Now basically, once that's held in place, I just slide my HEPA filter away for a second, and I'm just making sure here that I've got room to set my HEPA filter on the plastic. Do is set your plastic sheeting out to the point where you want it at. You come back with the HEPA filter, and now, razor knife. What we're going to do is you want to be able to basically have the plastic go on to the HEPA filter. Make your mark as to where you're going to cut it, and then down at the bottom as well. And what you do that is kind of nice about this one is that you've got a plug here that's more or less your template if you want to use it, and you kind of cut it around. Now you don't want to make this hole larger than the diameter of the intake of your HEPA filter. You actually want to make it a little small. Pull that plastic to the wall. Now, right now, air's going to take the path of least resistance. Now, the beauty part about it is, this is at one end of the gym. The other end, on the other side of the gym, you've got the gap here. And if you guys can put your hand here, you can actually still feel the suction, okay? Now, of course, in the real world, what we're going to do is we'll light up some incense and drop it in here if you want to. Use a smoke. The beauty part about it is, for practice, it can probably still play. If you want, take a mat, a gym mat, tumbling mat, exercise mat, and just lay it on here. That way if the kid gets bounced and he slides, he hits the mat before he hits the box. You might see him hit the wall anyway. But if you needed to, all you got to do is what? Come in here and turn this baby off, and then all you need to really do is peel back your tape. You can unhook these, pull them away. And as far as the dry line down this side. That's just lay flat tubing. You can scoot it up. So in about 45 minutes on a typical gym, you could take it from drying to not even there. And then they could play their homecoming game on Friday or Saturday night or whatever else goes on, and then you basically come in and set it right back up after the game type thing. So there's no business interruption to the customer base.
Good week. You know, you guys were very accommodating to have us here and great food and everything, but as far as the instructor, Chuck, he was amazing. You know, I learned everything from theories to, you know, definitions to terms that I can discuss with, you know, the higher ups on the job to ensure them that I know what I'm doing and I'm a professional, but, you know, also hands-on things, real life situations, and he brought it around full force at the end. Definitely going to bring back a lot of know-how to my people, and we're going to be utilizing Deskins a lot more than we were before, and hopefully knocking out jobs more efficiently and making our commercial customers that much more.
I can't possibly say enough. I think it's been exceptional. It's hospitality second to none, and instructors are like top.
Knowledge, passion, and inspiration for your success.